On EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Miami Dolphins and the Seattle Seahawks. And it's all up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen up here in the booth. And Greg, this is one of those games that it's a little old school. Maybe if it was in black and white, it would be fitting, right? We got a couple of teams who have to hand it off and see their running backs do it on the ground.
It's just so cool, and you mentioned it, Mike. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, this would have been the norm on any given weekend, but we're seeing the game trend to more of a passing-style offense. If you want to score points, it mostly comes through the air. So for these two kind of throwback offenses that rely so heavily on their running backs, for anybody that loves old-school power football, I think we're in for a treat.
The veteran Jason Myers will get this one started. And off we go from Lumen Field. Braxton Berrios now to bring it back. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. Woo! Second and a yard. Hill brought in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's caught downfield by Waddle. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Hill brought in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it'll be second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
They need to get to the 22, but now face third down. Thompson. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on third down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these third down conversions. Here, the ball is thrown short. The idea is get the ball in the hands of your playmaker and let him pick up the rest with his feet. But you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up fourth down.
Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Seahawks come on, and that means it's Geno Smith. What a story he's been. Real turnaround here in his 12th year now in the NFL. Came out to Seattle, backed up Russell Wilson the last 3 years. Greg, he has been the starter, and he runs this Seattle offense now.
You just can't say enough about Geno and his turnaround over the last couple years, Mike. I mean, many thought he was destined to just be a career backup and just play out the rest of his career. And when things didn't play out at first, instead of just listening to those doubters, he just kept working on his craft. And next thing you know, he gets an opportunity with a new team, makes the most of it, and he's now solidified himself as a bona fide franchise quarterback in this league. Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now some movement up front, and we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. On second down, Smith. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
Play action now. It's Geno. That one a bit high, but it's complete. And he's gonna get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
2nd and 7. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And it'll be a pickup of 3, so third down forthcoming. From the shotgun, it's Smith. And that is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it's going to be fourth down.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They were able to turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a first down. Throwing, Thompson. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And That's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They're going to continue to be aggressive, especially through the air, and if they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Thompson now to throw. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense about ready to get going on their second possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll go play action. It's Smith. Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. I think you just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage. We see quarterbacks do that all the time, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. That's a pickup of 17. 1st down, Seattle.
I really like the rhythm that this offense has found. I mean, that 3rd down, that wasn't a layup by any means, but they made it look easy. Everybody was exactly where they needed to be. The quarterback did a nice job working through his progression, saying, okay, I understand this is zone defense. I understand where the limitations of the coverage are. I'm going to get to that spot on the field as fast as I can, deliver the ball, pick up the 1st down.
From the gun, here's the give to Walker. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Once again, it's Walker. And he'll get this up to the 44. David Long, there on the stop. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, Smith. So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Walker. And he'll get 6 on this one, moving it inside the 40-yard line. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Throwing is Smith. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
They've converted 2 third downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. Got it with Smith and Jigba. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
Taking off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Geno. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They go play action with Smith. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
They'll try it now with Walker. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
Well, that play had no chance from the start. The running back was not even able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Give credit to that defensive line. That was an incredible effort, forcing that 4th down stop.
The Dolphins offense ready to see what they can do. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end Smith. Here's Thompson. That's caught by Smith on the right side. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Hill brought in motion. Now the 2nd-year man, Devon Achane. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. To throw is Thompson. He's got the hook up there to Waddle. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a 1st down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
Here's a handoff to Mostert. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 45. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Thompson to throw. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That's great work to get in there and make things difficult defensively, setting up a 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
The Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Smith in Jigba, the man in motion. The defense all over the little quick pass attempt, and they run him down for no gain on that one.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, it's Smith. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now. He'll punt for the 2nd time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. Here's Berrios on the return. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Hill brought in motion. Now, Thompson. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. That's caught downfield by Waddle. And he will go all the way. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jason Sanders on for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Dolphins are out to a 10-0 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. On the return, it's Williams. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. He'll get this complete to Walker. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. Shotgun run now with Walker. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Smith to throw. Checking it down, this one is caught. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Timeout Seahawks, that is their 2nd. They'll stop the clock, 24 seconds to go until halftime. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Smith. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
As this offense continues to put anything together and score some points, they need to just take a step back. Then you say, okay, we've struggled here in the first half putting points on the scoreboard. Don't worry about chasing points. Let's chase first downs. Let's chase completions. Just start building something small. And oftentimes when you take that approach, it snowballs, and next thing you know, you find your groove. Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Now, Geno. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Now a signal, timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This one from 52 yards away. And that one bounces off the crossbar, but it goes in. It's good. And the Seahawks are on the board. It's now 10-3. The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we're at the half, and the visiting Dolphins are in the lead. As we send you cross-country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports halftime report. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's LaVisca Chenault. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Geno to throw. Metcalf makes the grab again. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he will score. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seattle. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks will tie things up. It's now 10-10. All level at 10 as this one's kicked off. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Dolphins offense and receiver Jalen Waddle getting ready to go back to work. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start this drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They'll motion the tight end, Smith. Mostert, a first down, and more. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Thompson now to throw. That's to the sideline and pulled in by Smith.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
2nd down and 3. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a first down. They'll run the toss to Mostert. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. In motion, it's Waddle. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Thompson. Now he'll run.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner, and that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
3rd and long. Throwing, Thompson. Looking underneath for HN. So a good chunk of yardage there, but still well short of the first down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Dolphins going to take the lead. It's now 13-10.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
So Sanders back out after making the field goal. He sends this one away. On the return, it's Chenault. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. There's DK Metcalf, he and the Seahawks offense set for their next drive. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Get that one to Charbonnet, complete. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the bootleg, it's Smith. Into the hands of his tight end, Barner. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
On the bootleg, it's Smith. Got it with Smith in Jigba. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do. I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
On 2nd down, Smith. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Noah Fant. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Now, a whistle. Looks like there was movement on the left side of that offensive line. That's on the former 9th overall pick, Charles Cross. Off the play fake, Smith. He's going to keep it himself.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure is good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll stick to the ground. He's able to get away for one man, but those reinforcements, they got there quick. Take him down behind the line.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith has his man Smith and Jigba working across the field. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Here's Walker. He is in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown Seahawks. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Myers now to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Seahawks make the lead 4. It is 17-13. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here's Berrios on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense make their way out to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw is Thompson. That's caught by Smith on the right side.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground in line, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Hill brought in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll go right back to Smith. They hook up again. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's caught downfield by Waddle. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Hill brought in motion. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. Two different players each reporting a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one.
Thompson to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
His kick is good. He got it. And they inch a bit closer here in this 4th quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So it is back to a 1-point game now in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. Williams now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action, Smith. This one finds Lockett down the left side. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll try to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
They run with Walker. Powerful running there, stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll run the toss with Walker. And he's going to lose yardage on this play. They knock him back to the midfield stripe. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. The Seahawks sending out their punt team as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. The visitors' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Now, Thompson. Oh, and a crusher there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down.
At this point in the game, you find yourself trailing. There's only so many possessions left here in regulation. And now after that first down sack, this is on the verge of being another wasted possession, and you're getting pretty close here to desperation time.
Now on 2nd and long. Here's Thompson. Now a screen set up for Achane. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. Thompson now to throw. And the rush gets there. Down he goes.
I've been in enough locker rooms in my day, Mike, and pretty much all of the messages are the same. We want to start the second half fast. We want to take the fight to our opponent. Well, snapping the ball inside your own 5-yard line after that sack, I promise you, was not part of the speech. And if they're not careful, they're on the verge of surrendering 2 points.
I had to take a chance on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyrell Dodson.
And just incredible field position for them following that interception. And you could bet, Mike, as this offense is taking the field, they're telling their defense, hey, nice job here, fellas, but don't bother taking those helmets off. Give us a couple plays, we punch this thing in, and we're going to get you guys right back out there.
The home team's offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Straight ahead, it's Walker. He'll take it into the red zone. It's at the 19. Now Miami going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now Walker. The Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So the 12th man, a factor here, as it's a win for the Seahawks. It was a closely fought affair, but they're able to survive, and they eke out a 1-point victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks, as we say, so long from Seattle.